Hello, it's hard to believe it's already February and spring hopefully is just around the corner. I do have the February board update for everyone. It was a lengthy board meeting. We had a lot of items both under consent agenda and the open session. First of all, under consent agenda, we had bills totaling $12,990,812.99. A lot of this does have to do with the bond issue that we have going on. Also under consent agenda, we will have the letting of bids for district elevator and lift inspections. We have to do this every year. Also, we are letting bids for district pest control service for this next year. We did change it a little bit from previous years. We're going with a 3-year contract with 2 successive 1-year options if we wish to go that way. Number 6, we are letting bids for the My Arts building. I'm really excited about this, what we're going to be able to do with the building for kids next year. First of all, we're going to add space in the My Arts building so that our robotics team will have a full competition area. We're going to have our AP art classes in the area and have a fully functioning art studio that our kids will run. Also, we are going to have space in the My Arts building for a fully functioning TV studio. Really excited about this for the opportunity for kids. We'll also have space for a digital marketing for our students as well. Really excited again about the My Arts building and the opportunities for kids. Also under consent agenda, we are going to let bids for the existing cafeteria roof at Truman High School. This originally was not part of the bond issue, but as we started doing the addition onto the cafeteria, we realized the roof is over 20 years old and we want to make sure that that's taken care of. So after we do all of the renovations, we don't have any issues. Number 8, we are going to let bids for district fire extinguisher service. This is something that we have to do every year here in the ISD. We're also letting bids for district waste and recycling service. We're changing this up a little bit. Typically this is something we do every year, but we're going to let this bid in a 3-year cycle with also 2 1-year successive options. We're going to let bids for the remodeling of the science classrooms at William Chrisman High School. Initially, we think this is going to come in around $1.3 million. Most of those science classrooms are original to the building, so really excited about this for the opportunities for our kids and our science teachers. And then lastly, under consent agenda, we are going to let bids for district copy machines and supplies for the 18-19 school year. Under Superintendent's report, I focused a lot on legislation. Many of you probably read the email that I sent out this weekend on House Bill 2247. This is something I'm very concerned about. I do hope that you look at the information I sent out and really think about writing your local legislator. Whether you know it or not, whenever they get information from us, for you as their constituent, they really do listen to what you have to say. So I encourage you to look at the facts on this and consider writing your local House of Representatives. Also talked a little bit about the AVID program. I had a chance this last week to visit Pleasant Valley Middle School in Wichita and then also Winnetonka High School here in the North Kansas City School District. I really liked what I saw and the opportunities that could potentially be there for our kids. So that's something that we're going to look at possibly starting out for our 6th graders next year. Under new business, we did have an update on the bond issue and really excited about the progress. Knock on wood, everything right now is right on budget and is actually a little bit ahead of time. We did have a presentation on the middle school credits that we have. This is something really that came from you, our employees. I have a Coffee with Dr. Herl group that I meet with quarterly, and one of the things that our middle school teachers brought to me about 2 years ago was they thought it would be beneficial if we had credits similar to what we have in the high school, but have them at our middle school. So we have a presentation on that. So far, the data has been really good on that. The number of kids receiving Fs is down significantly. So this is something I wanted the Board of Education to hear about. Number 3, under new business, we did have the FY17 audit. This is something that we have to have every year, and I'm very pleased to say that came out extremely well. Number 4, under new business, we had the approval of a donation of property from the ISD to Habitat for Humanity. This is a parcel of land that's just north of William Chrisman High School. So what this will be is a collaboration between Habitat for Humanity and the school district where our students will be able to actually participate in a new build. It improves our community and gives great resources and great experience to our students. Number 5 was the approval of employment calendars. This again is something we do every year. We base both 10, 11, and 12-month employment calendars off of our school calendar. Number 6 was the approval of the FY18 budget amendments. This is something that we do twice a year, typically in February, and then as we close out the fiscal year in June. Whenever we get grants throughout the year, or we want to have building carryover for money that was not expended at the building level, we have to account for this with our budgeted financials. Number 7 was the approval to order supplies for FY19. It's hard to believe we're already talking about next school year, but one of the things that we have to do before we can expend next year's money for supplies, the Board of Education has to approve it, so we will actually spend some of the money out of the FY18 budget. Number 8 was the approval for 3 10-passenger vans. These passenger vans will be held at each of the 3 high schools. So many times we have activities where we have to have a bus come in and have a bus driver where we may only have 5 or 6 kids. These 10-passenger vans will allow our sponsors or our coaches to take small groups of kids to either practices or games throughout the metro. Number 9 under new business, we had the approval to accept a quote for installation of fiber at the My Arts building. The winning bidder on this was IPL for a total of $16,212.76. This has to do with us taking over the My Arts building. We want to make sure it has the same security and surveillance and fire systems we have at all of our other schools. Number 10 was the approval for control access and life safety devices at Truman, William Chrisman, and the My Arts. This has to do with the bond issue, so we have, again, all of the security systems as well as the card access as you go into the buildings. And that was for a total of $69,622 from ACS. Number 11 was the approval of a pole vault pit and cover for Chrisman High School, and it totaled $20,756 from VS Athletics. This is actually covered through insurance. Last spring we did have the big hailstorm that came through and we had some damage to that equipment. Number 12 was the approval for floor replacement at Bingham Middle School. The winning bidder on this was Regents Flooring for a total of $174,785. Interestingly enough, Bingham Middle School has not had its carpet replaced since it was built in the late 90s. So this will replace all of the carpet at Bingham Middle School. And the last thing was the approval to purchase 2 F-250s and 1 F-350 Ford trucks. This is to replace some of our trucks that we have that put sand and salt on our driveways and parking lots in the school district. These trucks that we're replacing were in the either late 90s or early 2000, so we want to make sure that we have proper equipment to do this. So with that, that was your board update. I hope you're having a great year, and again, thank you for all you do for the ISD and our kids.